Well, so Trevor, just one day now till the final ever game here at the Boleyn. Your famous stand is sitting behind you there. How emotional are you feeling now in the build-up to the last game?
Not too bad at the moment. I still think we're all recovering. A little bit of disappointment Saturday because suddenly the Man United home game looked as if it could be a decider if City didn't win, which they didn't, obviously, against Arsenal for the fourth place. So now we've got to try and win that, for European or position in the league. Whereas Manchester United, though, actually 2 wins in the last 2 games could put them 4. So they've got a lot to play for, but they probably now need to win that one against us, which sets up the atmosphere. But yeah, I think although on the night I'm sure we'll all feel very emotive because it's the last game, I also think we all appreciate the opportunity it is for the club now moving to Stratford, and with the news that you've gone from 35,000 to 54 and 60 and managed to sell out is fantastic, reflection on what's happened this year, and I'm sure it'll be something that the bubbles will be ringing out and everything, for the game against Manchester United. It'd be good to finish on a high note, but more than anything, it's been a good season. And although we lost against Swansea, we mustn't overlook the fact what progress has been made in the last 12 months.
For someone who spent so many years here, has had so many magical memories, when Bubbles is played, when they're coming out for the final time, how emotional do you think you're going to be feeling?
Yeah, Bubbles has always been something that associated. I mean, the old chicken run over there, which was half the size as it is, used to be really tight to the touchline. Couple of strides if you're taking a throw in or a corner was the most you could get, and everyone in the front row would tell you how things were going in the game. But it was all the banter and which you had with the West Ham fans, and really a reflection of the game was how Bubbles was being sung in the chicken run. And when on a good night, the whole chicken run used to sway from side to side, and you just wondered whether it would survive and collapse before it actually eventually got knocked down. But yeah, that was sort of the hub and the heartbeat of the club, and that's why everyone remembers those night games when it was all gone well. As I say, stand behind me, ironically enough, was where I used to come with my dad and my brother to watch the early games in the old North Bank, which was a terrace in, and we just used to stand and watch from that. You allowed the little ones further down the front, and so that was my first experience, and certainly 57, 58 when we got promotion with John Bond, No Cantwell, Vic Cable, Johnny Dick, was some good memories.
Obviously, people talk about 1980, but let's talk about the Boleyn. Obviously, Eintracht Frankfurt under the lights that night, recognised one of the greatest European nights. Would you say that was one of the greatest nights here under the lights?
Yes, and I think from a personal point of view, Eintracht Frankfurt were a good side. They've been in Europe quite a bit. We lost 2-1 out there. Graham Padden, his little left footer from 25 yards, got us the away goal. So we knew, we had a good chance. And then really it was a case of, on the night we played great. I got a couple of goals, which is good. Even a header, which everyone always talks about me heading. I actually got a header against Eintracht Frankfurt, so that makes it even more special. But Mad Robbo, Keith Robson got another goal. And then last minute, Tommy Taylor kicked off the line, when obviously if they'd have got a goal 3-2, we'd have gone out on the away goal. So that was special. A bit frustrating. Then you got to the final and we lost 4-2. I remember Frank Lampard Senior, who we were 1-0 up, twisted his knee and trying to turn it back. They got an equaliser. Frank went off, and actually it was strange how it turned out. But Anderlecht, who were the opposition, who were a good team, were actually playing in their home stadium because it had been selected at the start of the season. So that was a disadvantage to be playing them at home. But it was a good game, 4-2, and some great memories for that particular run.
A lot of your former teammates will be back here tomorrow night. Over 400 former players coming back for the game. It's going to be some night for everyone to meet up again for one last time.
Yeah, we'll all be different shapes and sizes, and it'll be good to see the old familiar faces and catch up with a lot of good memories. To be fair, we meet up now and again at different times, like the 80 team. We usually have a dinner once a season, and last time all 12 made it, which was great. And so there'll be players there, I'm sure, that we haven't seen for a while, but it'll be a special occasion for them to come back to the ground where they played, and it's good for all of us really to be together on that particular night.
And as you said, the move in the summer can hopefully take the club on to the next level, and who knows where the club could go over the next few years.
Yeah, to go from 35 to 54 and 60 is amazing, and it's an opportunity to to go on to that next step quicker than anyone could have envisaged. And the stadia, everyone talks about is a little bit further away and whatever, but it'll create its own atmosphere. I went for the Rugby World Cup, 50,000. It was decent noise. And if you get our fans there on a day, it'll be special. And if we start to play in certain games like we have this season, they'll quickly be won over, and suddenly the new stadium would be the place to be.
Just finally, when you drive away, Sir Trevor, for the final time tomorrow night, what memories do you think you'll take with you?
Well, lots. I mean, you take the memory of the last night, I'm sure, because it will be special with a lot of people. But I think the night games, obviously, Man United is a big club to have at the last game, which is great, and a lot depending on the performance and the result. Of course, long term it doesn't matter, but it'd be nice for the night for everyone to be celebrating. The generation that you had here, to have done it on a winning note would be great. But more than anything, it's different games, and I'm sure they've got the commemorative program, and people will have their different memories. So it'll be nice to hear, because everyone will have that different one. So for us as players, obviously it's slightly different, but just as a fan, they'll all know where they were that night, when so and so happened, and that's the beauty of a night like tomorrow. Though obviously it'll be quite a emotive evening.